Listen, I'm a United fan. I love the class of '92, but Gary Bowyer's been sacked at Salford City after 14 months in charge. And I think it's a bit hypocritical of Gary Neville. They just have sacked so many managers. And I think that when he comes on TV and he says United should have a long-term plan, does he think that 14 months is enough time for Gary Bowyer to implement what he wants to implement? Um, I don't think so. Obviously, they missed out on the playoffs again. They had some injuries. I used to have a season ticket at Salford, and you know they're building the club at a rate of knots. And obviously, they want to get up the leagues as quickly as possible, but they basically have you know um, not had any patience with managers, and as I say, they've had some injuries, um, and they had a bad start to the season, and things were picking up. And I think it's the wrong thing to do. If you look at how long it takes a manager to get the players he wants, implement the style, I don't think 14 months is really enough. And it comes on the back of them having four managers the previous season. So if Neville wants to talk about a long-term plan for Manchester United, the Glazers are doing exactly the same. Salford haven't been promoted, and fair enough. Obviously, with their budget, they probably should have done. And the manager gets sacked. If United don't finish top four, then the manager of Manchester United gets sacked. So I just think it's really hypocritical. I love Gary Neville. I actually think he's a good guy, a great pundit. I think he's a good person and he's a United legend. But I think it's bullshit the way that they're running Salford. I think he's the main protagonist. Obviously, he seems to be the actual person that's running, making the decisions. The other ones are in the background. I think Peter Lim is in the background quite a lot. And I think I've read that his logic is the sooner we can get up the leagues, it'll pay off. But like everything they do seems to be scattergun. They've got, as I say, they've got a huge budget for that level, and it's not an easy league to get out of. And what they'd be best doing is to get a manager in place and giving him time. And by time, you're probably saying 3 years. And if you can rump up, say, from League One, you might be able to get out of League. Excuse me, out of League Two, and then you might be able to get out of League One really quickly. So if you can get the foundation in League Two sorted, you could probably can go League Two, League One quickly, and then regroup in the Championship. But they're just sacking managers unless they've got some wizard of a manager up their sleeve. I don't see it. I don't see how it makes sense to just keep on sacking managers and then having an overhaul of players. And they're losing like I think they lost 4.2 million pounds. So it means that with the revenue they've got, they must have a huge wage budget for that level. And then obviously you can say, well, the manager should be getting them promoted, but it doesn't work like that. You need to get a team, you need to get a structure, you need to have some stability at the club. But yeah, I think it's hypocritical. What do you think? Do you think I'm being harsh? Please tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree.